Alright, welcome back. I'm going to be working on some larger pieces. So right now I'm centering 6 pounds of clay. It's a little different when you're centering heavier amounts of weight. Show you a couple of different things I've learned over time. One of them is actually a push towards your body a little bit more. Kind of give it a hug to stabilize it. And then push down to the corner. Always keep a domed top. Makes it much easier. I'm also working with a pretty stiff clay here today. So if it looks like I'm really using some force, it's because I'm really using some force. The one benefit of having a little bit stiffer clay allows me to push it further and thinner as long as I don't oversaturate it with too much water. Use the slip that builds up on your hand, and that's going to prevent me from adding too much water to the clay. Curl your hand when you bring that down. Alright, now I got a nice center. Drill with my 2 thumbs, pushing downward, keeping my elbows nice and tight, nice and in. A little bit of water. And I'm going to actually pull my fingers apart. Pressing that top down, compressing, joining those 2 parts together. Compressing the bottom, curl towards my hand. All that nice and compressed. So one of the last videos I did was a little bottle form. So I'm going to have this one open up nice and wide. So we're going to have a narrow bottom and open up wide and talk about doing that process. Kind of like a large bowl-like shape, but more V in design. That's what I'm looking for here. I think I got a nice depth, good walls here, so I'm going to start to push this up, and this time I'm going to go a little bit more, just a slight angle of coming inward. I don't want to lose that clay, so I can press that back in there. And I'm going to keep that top thick. The reason why I want to keep this top thick is because when I come out wider, it'll thin out and I won't lose clay. I'll have enough clay actually. So here I'm going to squeeze up in, stay down there for a minute, then squeeze the two upward, and I keep it a little softer at the top so it stays nice and thicker up here because I'm going to need that. So I'm saving that clay here, which is like that, and then down here it gets thinner and then thicker, so I got more to pull. Stab that straight down, move that clay down there, push that on in. Remember to breathe. Normally when people work larger they forget that concept. Breathing is helpful. Somehow it keeps you going. That's what I was told. Alright. Still doing good here. Got plenty. Push inward. I want to go still more narrow. Squeeze. And now I'm going to try to come up more in an angle. Alright. So sometimes that happens. You're pulling, too much friction, get some water, refine where you lost it, get the pinch back, start pulling it again. There we go. That's that extra clay I'm talking about. I'm trying to maintain consistent, steady movement. Remember, the larger you get, the slower you have to move, or in relationship to the wheel, you got to match it up more. So now I'm getting a nice shape, and now I'm going to just start to bring it out wider and wider and wider. And maybe hopefully it'll come back into the camera. I'm looking over there. I actually went too far. There you go. So just a little bit of water, not too much. And we'll start moving this part outward. Still trying to keep that very, very top, have a slight angle in. There we go. I still need to compress it. That should help stabilize it too. Oh. And you can just keep playing with that, manipulating it. You can go a little bit wider, and I'll try it right now, but that's the basic idea. It's like secrets, well for me, the way I do it, every person does a little different. I like having that thick ring so that I can use that ring later on to really do the expansion. There you go. Nice big open shape and form. Alright, all I gotta do is get the water out from the inside, and then it's all about trimming. That's a 6-pound giant bowl, vase, whatever you'd like to call it. Alright, let's see you next time.